Alright guys, so we have the new desert raids and I've been playing a little bit. I've been talking with friends like Dreakt, and we have kind of come up with a great team. I've been using the same team, but Dreakt has optimized it a little bit more, got some better toppings and shared that with me. So thanks to Dreakt, I should be able to share a better team with you guys. Alright guys, so before we continue on with the video, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that's going to be no other than Dev Sisters as well as Studio Fresh Dough. So if you guys remember back in September 2023, before the Golden Cheese Cookie update, Dev Sisters actually announced the release of the new VR game, Cookie Run The Darkest Night. And in this new game, players will be able to experience action, adventure, and RPG elements, all while playing as Gingerbrave in virtual reality. Players will have to escape the witch's castle along with their fellow cookies before the witch returns. Cookie Run The Darkest Night will provide a sneak peek into the origins of Gingerbrave, and this is a game you definitely want to try out. Playing through your Meta Quest 2, Quest 3, or Quest Pro, players will be playing as a 6-inch cookie and will have to explore the witch's castle and fight enemies and solve various puzzles and minigames in order to escape the castle safely. Not only will you meet different enemies, but also meet cookies that are familiar like Muscle Cookie and Wizard Cookie. So Cookie Run The Darkest Night Chapter 1 is now currently available to pre-order, and if you guys would like to order one yourself, then you guys can go and click the link down in the description, and anybody who uses the link or the QR code on the screen, you guys will be able to get 12% off your pre-order. So don't miss out on the new Cookie Run VR game and take advantage of the 12% pre-order discount right now by clicking on the link below. And once again, thank you Dev Sisters as well as Studio Fresh Dough for the sponsor. And now let's get back into the video. But the desert raid has changed compared to the tropical raids. Alright, so there's a lot of different things that have taken place for the better. Alright, so number one, just to let you guys know, is that the way of actually getting the boss is exactly the same. Alright, however, the thing is that the maximum level the boss can go up to is now level 20 rather than level 30. So it's gonna definitely take a lot less time. Alright, a lot of less bosses for you to actually reach that level 20 rather than going all the way up to that level 30 for the maximum reward, which is going to be better, right? Getting up to that level 30 was a pain. So there is that portion as well. So that has changed for the better. All right. Another thing is that we don't have we only have 3 bosses. We don't have different types of bosses where we need to make like 5 or 6 different teams, right? We don't have the golden one. We don't have the one that's vulnerable to poison. We don't have the one that's vulnerable to light. We don't have the one that's vulnerable to shackle. It's just one simple epic, one simple mythic, and one simple regular boss. All right, so that does not change, which is good because you can literally set up 3 different teams and you're done. All right, you don't need to switch it out ever. That's the beauty of this, right? And then another thing is that the rewards have also changed a little bit. All right, as you guys can see, we have 2 different keys. All right, we still have the ticket to battle the boss and then a ticket to summon a boss. All right, but we do have 2 different chests here. One, this chest is almost exactly the same as the regular chest that we have gotten for the tropical raid. All right, the one that we had previously. However, thing that they have added is that this right over here, all right, this right over here is that this one actually has a chance of you actually obtaining golden cheese cookie. All right. Yes, it does cost a lot more. You can see that it does cost more than double of the regular key, but you have a chance of obtaining golden cheese, and this probability is almost exactly the same as the probability of you actually pulling golden cheese in her ancient cookie nether gacha. All right, so there is that, and additional to that, you have a chance of getting ancient, legendary, dragon, super epic, and even epic cookie soul stones, additional to all the regular goodies that are already in the this chest here. So there is that. All right, so overall the quality of life thing has definitely changed a lot. Another thing is that when you do all go to the all players, it used to be that where if you joined the raid and then the raid was about to end, right, or the raid ended while you were still battling, you would lose out on your damage, you will lose out on participation, and you will just get a ticket back, but you have already wasted the time that you have actually spent to damage the boss. That is not going to be the case anymore. If you damage, then you're going to damage, all right? There's nothing about it. You're just going to damage, and you're just going to be good, all right? So there is that, which is really good. All right, go over the team now. All right, let's go over the team for the regular boss. All right, so this is gonna be for the regular boss, and this is going to be the team that I've been using, but now the toppings has been optimized thanks to Dreakt, from going back and forth, and Dreakt has also tested it a lot with others too. So here we go, guys. We have gotten a more of a earth type team. So previously, I've shared it with someone like Tartatan. We have tried out Rockstar as well, but now it has changed more focus towards the Earth type team right over here with burnt cheese, mozzarella, and golden cheese. And then we have macaron and cream puff, all right, actually increasing not only the attack, but also the crit damage and crit percentage. All right, so let's go over the topping real quick here, guys. And the first one, and actually almost everybody here is gonna have very similar toppings, and it is going to be more focused towards the attack and crit. All right, attack and crit. That is going to be for burnt cheese as well. Burnt cheese is using 3 Syrian raspberry, 2 juicy apple jelly. And it's going to be around 8% cooldown. Will allow burnt cheese to use that skill a little bit more often, allowing you to not only do damage, all right, not only allowing you to do damage, but also, shield our golden cheese too. All right, so 8%, and then rest of them just focusing on the attack and crit. Damage resist, I think it's going to just vary depending on account. Dreakt has a 5-star ascension. I have a 2-star ascension, and some of you guys may have, just 5-star promotion, because every cookie does turn into 5-star promotion. So that additional to the other stuff that you have, like guilds, relics, and Hall of Encounter and stuff like that, you might have to try out and just kind of see. Okay, and then here we go, mozzarella here. It's going to be the same as well. 3 of the Syrian raspberry, 2 of the juicy apple jelly, focusing on attack crit. Damage resist, I'm not doing it too high because mainly it's gonna be attacking golden cheese and the others, and this does seem like damage resist can be a bit lower and you can still work out, and we have a little extra cooldown here. Macaron is using 5 of the swift chocolate here, focusing on the cooldown and a bit of damage resist as well. That's gonna be the only difference here, the 5 swift chocolate. And then we have golden cheese, 3 of the Syrian raspberry, 2 of the juicy apple jelly, focusing on attack crit. Damage resist doesn't have to be super high because you do get extra with burnt cheese in the team. And then we do have some extra cooldown. And then last one is going to be our cream puff. Cream puff does need to have 3 of the juicy apple jelly here, and then 2 Syrian raspberry. It's because of the buff from the magic candy. All right, and then the treasure is going to be the vial as well as the scroll and the jelly watch. All right, so instead of the whistle, we're using the vial because golden cheese is like almost guaranteed to die and revive quickly, allowing you to not only get 30%, but additional 30% because of the revive, making it a total of 60, and then additional 60 from the scroll. Right? If you guys don't have mozzarella or you're not using macaron, here are some other cookies that you can use, all right, that I've also tested out. All right, and it is going to be someone like Rockstar. Rockstar can replace someone like macaron, all right? That works out fine too. If you don't have mozzarella, I've also tried out Tartatan. Tartatan is actually pretty good too. So the first team that I tried out was actually burnt cheese, cream puff, golden cheese, someone like Rockstar, as well as Tartatan. That did over 100-something million as well. All right, another one is, you can also try to use fettuccine as well. All right, fettuccine is also pretty good here too, because of the earth type damage and such. So that is also other options. All right, but here we go, guys. Let's go into this. This is a level 11. All right, so we should be pretty good here. Let's go. First of all, I like to turn on auto, put it at 2.5 times speed. This is for the regular boss, right? And the reason why I like to do that is I like to use all the skills, and then I turn off auto. All right. because I don't want to use golden cheese cookie skill. All right, and right here after she dies, that's when I turn it on, and everything else now, everything you just keep just using and spamming skill here, guys. That's pretty much it, and you're good. That's just the simple way to go. All right, and you're good. So something that you can see that is in the beginning, this worm is gonna attack the highest attacking highest attack cookie, and just literally one shot. All right, so it's good for us because your golden cheese is always gonna die, go into sarcophagus, give extra buff to burnt cheese, and then also you also get the extra vial buff. So that's why it's so good. And that's kind of like the timing, and you can see right there, burnt cheese actually does insane damage as well, because not only do you get extra crit damage buff with burnt cheese's skill already, but you also get additional with someone like our mozzarella. And also, you have crit and attack buff from macaron, and then we also have attack and crit damage buff from someone like cream puff. All right, so burnt cheese damage is insane. And additional, again, if golden cheese cookie dies, then you get additional attack buff, right, for our burnt cheese. That's the reason why we are using that. All right, here we go again. So again, it froze, but use all this skill and then try to use golden cheese, in my opinion. All right. And then there's that powerful move right there. So after that move comes out, turn on auto. It's going to be easier for you if you're playing on like mobile devices. If you think 2.5 times speed is a little too fast, then, move it down to 2 times or 1.5 times. And then, use your skills. Burnt cheese, kind of getting close. If your burnt cheese is like, dying, then add damage resist instead of maybe like juicy apple jelly. Okay, guys? It's not worth sacrificing your burnt cheese actually dying off, all right, for just a little bit of extra damage. It's better to have burnt cheese actually survive, okay? But there you guys go again. Burnt cheese again doing pretty good damage right there, right? Pretty good damage. So additional to, getting coins, you have bonuses that are also possible. You can get the regular keys from the regular boss. I have also gotten an epic key from an epic boss as well. All right, so there is that as well that you can do. All right, for some players, after a certain level, it's gonna get harder. It's definitely gonna just get harder. You're gonna have to ask your friends. You're gonna have to ask, your like all players to join in to help you. It's just that's what the raid is. That is the whole point of the raid. All right, so do that if possible. Even somebody like me, somebody like, Dreakt, somebody like Andy Runner aren't going to be able to literally just kill off all the bosses by ourselves. It just takes too many tickets. It takes too much time. And that's the reason why you ask for help. Hence the name Raid, right? It's a raid because many players come together to actually, get rid of the boss. All right, so that's the basic guide. Definitely changed for the better, and let's see what kind of other stuff that they come up with later on.